Hey everybody, this is Susan, owner and personal trainer at SoFit Wellness, working out of the Hamburg Fitness Center in Brighton, Michigan. Today I'm coming to talk to you a little bit about the question that I often get asked the most by clients, and that is, what kind of diet should I be on? And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? In fact, the diet industry is like a multi-million-dollar, maybe even billion-dollar industry, and the question that people are always looking for is, what's the best diet for me? And my answer always to them is, the best diet for you is one that you're going to be able to sustain for your whole life. Because it really shouldn't be a diet at all. It should be a way of eating that you can incorporate into your family, into your time needs, and into your abilities as a cook and human being. Anyways, one thing that I always suggest, because diet research is constantly changing: low fat, low carb, low sugar. Well, there's no high sugar diet, but you get the point. That I always suggest to clients is that they do two things. One is keep a log of their food, even for 5 days to a week, just because I feel like that's a pretty insightful tool if you've never done it before, or haven't done it in a long time. I think that seeing what you eat in black and white on a piece of paper, or using an app like MyFitnessPal, allows you to be able to see what kind of foods you're eating, and it's a nice thing actually to bring to a fitness professional so that they can kind of give you an idea, whether you're talking about a personal trainer or a nutritionist or even your doctor. That will give them a better idea where they can point you in the right direction. My second piece of advice always to people is to eat foods as close to nature and as close to whole as you can. If you can't imagine where the food came from, then you probably shouldn't eat it. Okay, and I don't mean like a cracker, it says it has wheat in it, and like you can imagine a wheat field. That's not exactly what I meant. I meant like all the multi-syllable words that come after wheat in the cracker. Okay, if you don't know where those come from, it's really probably not the best idea to be eating them. So I always say stick to things like protein from animal sources or vegetarian sources like nuts, seeds, beans, if you can, if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, and also to make sure that you're getting enough fat mixed in with your carbohydrates. So the right mix of protein, carbohydrates, and fat. And there is no magic formula. There's kind of a range, so you can look that up online. I'm sure you'll be able to find it anywhere. Also in a lot of your apps that track your food, you can also find those kind of, how much protein should I eat, how much carbohydrates should I eat, how much fat should I eat. It also depends on your activity level as well. So that's something to consider. Examine. One thing to do with counting your food and doing your food intake is to make sure that you are examining, one, those carbohydrates, protein, and fat. You can also take a look at your calories. One thing that I worry about sometimes is that people become a little bit calorie obsessed, and they use those tracking tools as like, okay, I've eaten 2,000 calories today, and now I'm going to go work out, and I'm going to burn 400 calories so that I'm in a deficit of such and such amount of calories. Calorie tracking long term is not sustainable. Even if you could do it for the rest of your life, if you were that disciplined, you become a little bit obsessed and kind of lose perspective on what the goal is. And trust me, it takes one to know one. So I know, someone who's a little bit of a calorie counter slave previously, me. I can spot it in people. So please think about using it more as a tool than as a lifestyle or a diet choice. Be honest with yourself in what you eat. If you can't be honest with yourself on your own food log for 5 to 7 days, then you need to maybe examine the reasons why you can't be honest with yourself, because that's something else that's going to hinder you from working on weight loss and getting your food in line. So, other questions, 2 main takeaways from that would be aware of what you're eating by using a food log as a tool, and 2, making sure that you're eating whole foods, unprocessed foods, things that don't come in multiple packages that you have to open in order to get to the actual food. If you have any other questions, you can always hit me up on Facebook at SoFit Wellness or Susan at SoFitWellness.com. This is Susan from SoFit Wellness in Brighton, Michigan. Thanks.